These will be our notes for ordering numbers. You need your blue math folder, you need a purple marker, and you need a pencil. We are going to begin by turning in our folder to the next page. We just do page 4. So this will be page 5. And we are going to write order numbers. Okay. So on our last page, we talked about comparing numbers. When you are comparing numbers, you have 2 numbers in your list. All right. If you have more than 2 numbers, you're going to have to put them in order. All right. So on this page, we're going to go back to our big rectangle to block our page off. And let's go ahead and split it in half. All right, and then at the top box, let's block off, I don't know, maybe 3 lines. Just like that. And then we're going to go to our purple marker, and this is just going to be kind of a visual for us. We're going to write the word least in lowercase letters and small, least 2. I'm going to draw an arrow right there. And then we're going to write the word greatest in all caps and tall. Now, be careful. You may want to do skinny letters because you may run out of room. So, least 2, greatest. All right. And the reason we do this visual is because least is the smallest number and greatest goes to the largest number. All right. And I have a list that I want us to look at. Make sure that you can see, let me scoot over a little bit so you can see all the digits there. Okay, so I have a list for you, and we are going to go least to greatest. So when we're looking at least to greatest, just like comparing, we start with the largest place value. All right, so since all of these numbers have a 2 in the 10,000s place, we're going to go to the next number. All right, 2, 2, 2. That's all the same. 0, 0, 0. We got to keep going, friends. All right, now we have a different number. We have a 3, a 4, and a 0. We are moving from least to greatest. So the least, or the smallest number in this list, has to be this one, because these have 20,000 and then some hundreds, and this one has 20,000 and no hundreds. So the first number in this list for least to greatest will be 20,043. Now, I normally do a semicolon between these. It's like a dot and then a comma here, just because a lot of times in 4th grade, you're going to have commas in your numbers because you're going to have thousands places. So I normally do a semicolon so I don't get confused. All right, so I've used this number, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that out. Now we're going from least to greatest. So this was the smallest. What's the next smallest? It would be this one because it has the 3 here. So the next number in this list is 20,343. And then the greatest, or the largest number, is going to be this one that has the 4 in the hundreds place. So the greatest is 20,433. All right, so we have made this list from least going up to the greatest. All right. Now, on the bottom, we're going to kind of do the same concept. Let's give ourselves about 3 lines here. do a line. And this part, we are going to label just the opposite that we did up here. We're going to say greatest, capital letters, tall. So greatest or the largest. Two, I just do an arrow there. Least. So this time, if it says greatest to least, we are going to look at a list of numbers and we are going to write the biggest or the greatest one first. Okay? So again, we start at the largest place value. All of these have a number in the 10,000s place, but they're all a 5, aren't they? So if they're all the same, we have to keep going. All right, here we have a 5, and a 6. Remember, we're going from greatest to least. So since this one has a 6 and these two have a 5, this one has to be the greatest. So we want to list 56,482. That is our greatest number, right? And I'm going to go ahead and mark that off my list because we've used it. Now, since these two have a 5, we're not able to tell yet what is the greater of these two numbers. So we're going to go to the next number for these. We have a 5 and a 0. So this one is the greatest of the whole list. Which of these two is greater? The one with the 5 in the hundreds place. So that one's going to come next. 55,590 is next. And then this other number, since it has a 0, it is going to be the least or the smallest number. So 55,053. All right, so that is how you order numbers.